So I wanted to give my thoughts on Deston before it comes out, the new PUBG map. I haven't played it. I only can give thoughts from the gameplay and videos and pictures that I've seen. But so far it looks pretty exciting. I think the thing I'm looking most forward to is the emphasis on variety, it seems, in this map. As you can see, I'm looking at this map right now. In fact, we'll go here. There's just a bunch of different biomes, I guess, a bunch of different environments, and a lot of the landmarks, I guess you could call them. So like Ripton, like the wind farm, I would imagine a bunch of stuff in the swamp, and I guess a bunch of other little landmarks on the map. It looks like there's a lot more complexity to the map than there has been for maps in the past, which I think is really good, and it's something that I feel like a lot of the landmarks on other maps lack. And so for me, what hopefully that all adds up to is a much different kind of flow to the map. I want to play this map differently to other maps. I feel like I just want that kind of fresh experience. And like I said, I haven't played it. I understand that some people have. But I kind of want to maneuver around this map a little differently to the way I usually do it on Erangel or Miramar or any other map. And hopefully the complexity that this map has, obviously there's open areas and like you can see down south a lot more, there's a lot more kind of open areas, which I just imagine will be a bunch of flat ground with some hills and trees. Still though, I hope that it flows differently. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. So just looking at, just looking at the swamp, you can tell that that's going to play differently. You have the new water vehicle to play around with in the swamp, but you can tell just on foot as well it's going to play around differently. You have this weird kind of like thin, long island with the wind farm, and obviously that will play differently if you end up there. Ripton is the big thing. That's going to play completely differently to anything we've seen in the past. Lots of skyscrapers, the Ascenders, obviously. I would imagine things like here down by Holston Meadows is going to play pretty similarly to Erangel or other maps. The level of elevation, it looks like, to the west of the map, I really hope that it looks kind of similar to Karakin, but I hope it isn't. Like, I hope it actually plays differently, because Karakin's terrible. But it looks like you'll be able to kind of maneuver around a lot of hills and then look down onto the more grassy areas. So competitively, obviously, we can't make any assumptions yet. I would like to see it in ranked off the bat. I assume it probably will be in ranked off the bat. So something I just wanted to quickly backtrack on, when I was talking about the complexity of the map, somewhere like the hydroelectric dam, like this just looks really unique to me. And while I'm sure we've had something similar to this in the past, I feel like this is a lot more detailed an area, a landmark than I've seen in the past. And it just looks a lot more detailed, looks a lot nicer, I suppose. And it just looks like a nice, unique area. And if you scroll down all the way to the bottom of the website, you have these images. And a lot of them depict areas like, so that was the wind farm there. That just looks like a nice kind of, I don't know, shitty town. But still, when you're scrolling through these images, even at the gas stations, and so this is the dam here. An area like this, I assume that's also the wind farm. Like that looks sick to me. That's unique. We haven't had anything like that in the past. That's pretty cool. This cool little detailed mansion, like that looks sick to me. The wind farm, the elevation of that also looks sick to me. There just looks like to be a lot of detail on this map that maybe we haven't super seen in the past. Like this underground area, don't know where that is, but looks pretty cool. All right, let's have a look at the new features. So the Ascenders, I'd imagine, are going to be exclusive to Ripton, although again, I haven't played it. Maybe they're somewhere else in the map, who knows. But these are going to make Ripton just more exciting and more accessible and more fun to play. I feel like it's going to be its own kind of unique little battleground where people are just using the Ascenders and the utility parachute down here, although we'll get to that in a second. The airboat, I guess this is going to be most useful in the swamp, although it does say you can use it on land, although I've seen gameplay and it doesn't seem very good on land. But of course you can go through the rivers and stuff with it too. Just another kind of boat, I guess. It looks like it goes faster than the boats on Erangel, but who knows. The shotgun, so this is where I am slightly disappointed. Not only because it's a shotgun, but only because there's one new weapon for Deston. I kind of want more, like maybe a new DMR, a new AR, something like that. with the rate shotguns are going now, with them being incredibly OP, I'm not incredibly keen on a shotgun. Although it does do slugs, so maybe that'll change up the gameplay a bit, and maybe it'll be a bit more interesting than just another shotgun. So the utility parachute, this is the one that's going to change up the game a lot. Obviously, it's going to have its uses in Ripton, being able to jump off skyscrapers, but being able to use it all around the map too, I assume you can use it all around the map too, is going to be a big game changer. Being able to jump off vertical places everywhere on the map is pretty big. So I feel like this, if anything, is going to change up the way the game flows most out of all the new features. I will say one gun, one new boat. The Ascenders aren't really... I don't want to include them as a new feature, again, because they're kind of like a standard if you want to do a city in a Battle Royale, I guess. But yeah, the boat and the shotgun, I don't know, man. It's kind of disappointing. I don't care about vehicles that much as I do about new weapons, and one shotgun is kind of in my opinion. The other couple of features I should mention are the ability to refuel at gas station, which I've seen, which is pretty cool, and that blue chip detector, which is kind of like the heartbeat sensor from Modern Warfare 2. I don't know too much about them. I don't know how to get them, but I know the blue chip one is kind of like a timed like heartbeat sensor from Modern Warfare 2. That's the best way I can describe it. So I think overall, it's safe to say that the thing I'm most excited about is how the game, or how the map's actually going to play itself. I mostly could care less about the new features, just because I'd rather features that impact gameplay drastically at this point. But again, I'm hoping that the terrain, the landmarks, and the general layout of the map is that thing that changes the game drastically. Although I'm going to keep my expectations tempered. So that's where my expectations lie right now. We'll have to see. I'll do another video after I've played it for a bit and see if I'm wrong, if I'm right about a lot of these things. And yeah, we'll go from there. So appreciate you watching. See you later.